Listen, becoming a millionaire is not impossible, even on a low salary. I was able to achieve millionaire status a few years ago, practically starting from zero. So in this video, we'll talk about some of the steps, mindset shifts, and strategies to make it all happen. And I'll be honest with you, it's not going to be easy. It's a journey, a test of your patience, courage, and unbreakable commitment. We all have dreams, whether it's to buy a house, travel the world, own a business, become rich. My dream was to retire early because I couldn't see myself being woken up by an alarm clock every morning to go to work at a 40-hour-a-week job until I was 65 or 70. That was just not appealing to me. Actually, I can't tell you the last time I was woken up by an alarm clock. But listen, dreams without setting goals and a plan is just wishes. If you want to become a millionaire, especially on a low salary, you need a roadmap. Specific, actionable financial goals that will keep you motivated and focused. Start by setting both short and long-term goals. The short-term goals gives you an opportunity to celebrate the wins along the way to the long-term goals. And the long-term goals helps you to stay focused on the bigger picture. Each goal should be specific, measurable, and have a deadline. This way, each financial decision can be matched against these goals. Whenever you have to make a financial decision, you'll think to yourself, is this bringing me closer to or further away from my future? Write down your goals. What are your goals for the upcoming year? Is it to save $10,000 in an emergency fund? Is it to invest a certain amount each month to pay off your car loan, pay down your credit card debt? Write down your goals, make a plan. But I also want you to remember that your goals are more than just numbers on a page. They are your guideposts, your blueprint, your motivation, and the reason for every dollar you save, every sacrifice you make, and every investment you pursue. They are the steps to a life of wealth and freedom. Imagine this, you're working 40, maybe 50 hours a week, and yet every dollar comes in has somewhere it needs to go. Food, rent, gas, bills piling up like a never-ending avalanche. I know that sometimes saving can seem like a dream. Maybe you feel stuck or trapped on a treadmill going nowhere fast. But here is the uncomfortable truth. If you keep doing what you're doing, nothing will change. Becoming a millionaire, even on a low salary, requires a different approach, a shift in mindset and habits. It all starts with understanding one core truth. It's not about how much you make. It's about what you do with what you have. So how do you start? How do you even begin to save when it feels like there's nothing left at the end of the month? There's one thing that every millionaire had to do first. They had to believe that it was possible. They saw their situation not as a limitation, but as a challenge that they were determined to overcome. You have to be able to see what you don't see, or you never will see it. Do you see yourself as a homeowner? Do you see yourself debt-free? Do you see yourself with that college degree? Do you see yourself as a business owner? Do you see yourself wealthy and financially free? You have to be able to see what you don't see, or you never will see it. And this shift in mindset is more powerful than any dollar amount. It's about recognizing financial freedom is within reach only if you're able to reimagine that it is possible and commit to change. And this is the mindset that's going to keep you going when the journey gets tough. But belief alone won't change your life. You need an actual plan, a strategy. So let's look at the first step on the road to building wealth. One of the biggest misconceptions about millionaires is that they live in luxury. The truth is, many self-made millionaires live below their means. They don't just cut costs, they prioritize. They ask themselves one question before every purchase. Is this going to help me reach my financial goals? It's not always going to be easy. You may have to give up some of the things that you enjoy. You may have to say no to some of the luxury items, but every dollar you save is a dollar that can be invested, multiplied, and then transformed into wealth. Now, you might be thinking, cutting costs alone will not make you a millionaire. And you would be right. That's only the starting point. Next, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for growing wealth, and that is investing. Investing is how I made most of my money. But before I start talking about investing, let me just say this to those who are working a 40-hour 9-to-5 job, especially with a low salary like I was. I did the very best that I could on my job. I learned as much as possible, even learned things that were outside of my regular job function. I was engaged, proactive, and always went above what was required. And this was my strategy so that I could get the promotions, the highest possible salary increase at the end of the year, the highest possible bonus payout at the end of the year. And when that occurred, I took that money and I invested it. I didn't buy bigger, better, newer things. I wanted to say that because I feel like sometimes we need to reset and rethink how we view our jobs. Some people view their jobs as something to pay their bills. Let me know how you view your job in the comments below. But I viewed my job as a tool to get me where I wanted to go. And if I did the bare minimum, then I would get the bare minimum. And that would not have taken me to where I wanted to be financially. All right, let's talk about investing. And here's where a lot of people get intimidated because investing can sound complex, risky, and frankly, only what the wealthy can afford. But that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, the path to wealth is paved by investing small amounts consistently over time. Even on a low salary, you can begin to invest. Start with a simple plan. Put aside a small percentage of your paycheck every time you get paid so that you can invest. The key is consistency. Imagine this, if you invest $100 a month, just $100 for 30 years at an average return rate of 8%, that can grow to almost $150,000. And if you can increase that amount over time, that number can be life-changing. That's the magic of compounding. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about letting time and patience turn small beginnings into a foundation of true wealth. One of the best places to start investing is in your employer's 401k retirement accounts. And if your employer matches any type of matching contributions, take full advantage of those matching contributions. When I look at my retirement account and I see how much money my employer has contributed towards my retirement account over the years, I am often amazed at the number. And to think I would have missed out on all that free money had I not contributed up to my employer's match. And this played a crucial part in pushing me towards millionaire status. It's important to understand that most self-made millionaires don't just save their way into millionaire status. They invest. They invest in solid companies with strong fundamentals and hold those companies for as long as they are good companies. They understand that there'll be times when the market is up and there'll be times when the market is down. They understand that there'll be times when we have a strong economy and there'll be times when our economy is not as strong. They understand there'll be times when we have high inflation and there'll be maybe times when our inflation is low. There'll be times when we have political decisions or world events that may throw the market into chaos. But through it all, they stay invested. And history has shown when you stay invested, most of the time you come out on top. You have to let your money work for you so that you don't have to work as hard or as long. But here's another crucial part of the journey that often gets overlooked, and that is resilience. There'll be times when you feel like you're not making any progress at all. How do you stay motivated during those times? We all face setbacks, an unexpected car repair, medical bill, a month where you just don't have anything left to save or invest. And these are the moments that can feel like you're derailing all of your progress. but it doesn't have to be. Resilience prepares you for these types of obstacles. Having an emergency fund gives you the security that you need to keep moving forward when life throws you a curveball like an unexpected car repair or medical bill. Building an emergency fund doesn't require a lot of money right away. Start small, even if it's just a few dollars each week. The goal is to build up at least 3 to 6 months worth of essential monthly living expenses. Now, this fund will not make you a millionaire on its own, but it will give you the peace of mind that you need to take calculated risks, stay on track, and avoid getting into debt that can pull you backwards. Now, for many people with a low salary, the math just does not add up. No matter how much you cut back, there's so far you could stretch that single paycheck. Keyword there, single. This is where a side hustle can become a game changer, something that can bring in extra income as you work towards your bigger goals. The beauty of a side hustle is that it doesn't have to be big at first. It could be something as simple as freelancing. What starts as a small effort can grow over time, bringing in a steady stream of income that you can save or invest. Every dollar you earn outside of your main job is a dollar that can bring you closer to your financial freedom. A side hustle can also act as a safety net. If your main job ever becomes uncertain, that additional income stream can provide a cushion, giving you peace of mind and more options. And over time, a successful side hustle can grow into something even bigger, offering you financial independence beyond what you imagine. Listen, I hope this is making sense to you or you can relate to any of it. If so, let me know by hitting that thumbs up. Here's the thing, only you can decide, but if you can dedicate a few hours a week to a side hustle, this can accelerate your path to wealth faster than you ever thought possible. So, can you become a millionaire on a low salary? For me, the answer is yes. That's how I started. I am living proof that it is possible, but it requires a decision, a commitment, and a willingness to embrace the journey with all its ups and downs. And trust me, it was a journey. It didn't happen overnight for me. It took about 15 years starting from zero. For some of you, it may take less time. If you're just getting started, start by setting a goal to save your first $100,000. And the on-screen video will show you just how to do that. So click on that video and I'll see you there.